Okay, last time I made a video of 5 businesses you can start for $100 or less. And you guys absolutely blew that video up. You guys loved it a lot. So I wanted to push you guys and push myself even more this time. And I wanted to create 5 businesses that you can start with zero money. Yes, zero money. No money out of pocket. You can start these today. So, as always, it's your boy, your coach, your business partner, Delano McCory. Let's get started.
Alright. Jeez.
Now, like any business, it is going to take hustle, it's going to take preparation, it's going to take some smarts, and it's going to take you actually putting yourself out there and doing the legwork that it takes to be successful in these 5 businesses. But if you do them right, you can do these with absolutely no money, and you can begin to make money and begin to create a business that you can enjoy and that you can potentially scale as big as you want. The very first one that I want to cover today is babysitting. Yes, babysitting, taking care of kids, and actually like watching other people's children for a certain period of time to actually make money. Now, the reason I say this is super simple and doesn't take a lot of money, or actually no money if you really want to, is potentially because you are going to these people's houses and watching their kids, and a lot of the times you are cooking the meals that they already have or just feeding them the food that their parents already bought, and all you're doing is showing up, watching the kids for a certain amount of time, and then collecting money at the end of the day. Now, in this one, you do want to make sure that you are a very respectable, well-liked person in order to get into this, because you are going to be trusted with someone's kids. But if you already have that down and you're able to be old enough to actually watch kids and take care of them, you can make a lot of money doing this. And you do everything at their house, so you don't have to spend any money except for maybe some gas money to actually get to the location. But the best way to do this is to find people in your local community that either have jobs or that need their kids taken care of, especially with the holidays coming around and different events like that. People want to go out, they want to do Christmas shopping, they want to do different things like that in order to have their kids watch during that time. So you come up with a price, you come up with a plan of how to entertain the kids, and then you watch them for the short period of time. And now, how do I scale this? The best way to scale is you can go to Google and get a free calendar and link it up with either the parents, or find other parents that want this to be a weekly thing or a monthly thing, and schedule them out as much as you can, so that way you can have this scaled. Potentially, you can also start inviting your friends to take their own clients, and then you get a percentage of what they get from either referring them or building out the business yourself, and then sending the sitters to the actual houses. Number 2 is animal sitting. This one, again, like babysitting, has the potential to not really need any money, because you're either going to that location or you're bringing the animal to your house, and it doesn't really cost you much, but you do have to take care of it for whatever extended period of time that you have. Agree on a price, agree on the terms that you want for how to set up the dog sitting, either at your place or at theirs. And then most of the time, all these owners have their own food, they have their own dog leashes, they have everything that they need to take care of that pet for that period of time. Now, sometimes you might have to go buy some extra food depending on how long you're watching them, but chances are the owner and the person will usually reimburse you when they get back. The key thing here is to make sure that you guys agree on a price, because they are animals and people do love them a lot. Sometimes they will be able to charge a lot more because you're taking care of them for a certain period of time. And certainly if you do certain things like walk them and take care of them, brush them and other things like that, you could potentially make more money. Now, how would you scale this? I would scale this by going to take free training on either how to train those pets, how to maintain those pets, or how to better take care of those pets, so that way you're able to charge more. Or you can also offer a training fee while they're gone during that time period. You also can learn techniques on how to groom and how to clean the pets while you're gone, so that way you can charge an extra fee for that as well. You can also begin to hire out other people to help you take care of them, so that way you don't have to do any heavy lifting, and then you can just collect the difference on top of that, depending whatever you pay them. So use those 2 techniques to scale your business and let it grow potentially as much as you want. Third business is house sitting. Now, this might be the easiest one on the list because potentially you're just staying in a house for a period of time and maintaining the property and maintaining the house while the homeowner is gone. Again, I've done this a lot of times, and most of the times it's super easy. Sometimes they'll buy food for you, or sometimes you have to bring your own food. And basically you just keep the house in good working condition until the owner returns. Again, it's not a lot of legwork in this time, and sometimes you can even double up. For example, you can use the space to create YouTube videos while they're gone, or you can use the space to do some computer work if they have Wi-Fi or have the connections that you need. And potentially you can get paid twice while you're also house sitting. A lot of time, people live in neighborhoods where they just want someone to be around their house while they're gone so they don't have to worry about it. Make sure all the appliances and the lights are turned off at the appropriate time, and let the neighbors know that someone is taking care of the house while they're gone. This is super easy, and it gives you the ability to be flexible, like I mentioned before, and do other stuff while you're also maintaining this house. It doesn't take a lot of work or no experience at all. As long as you're a person that is respected and you take care of other people's stuff, this is a super easy job to set up. Again, go out, talk to people that are either vacationing, talk to people that have to travel for work, and ask them what are they doing with their houses and how you can be assistants of helping them, and tell them about your business of taking care of people's houses while they're gone. The best way to scale this one is build a package program for them. For example, instead of just sitting and watching the house, create other tasks for you, for yourself. Tell them, hey, I'll clean this portion of the house while you're gone, or I'll bring in packages, I'll organize sections of your house if you want that done. You will mow the lawn or clean the driveway or the garage while they're gone, and just make extra work for yourself and build a package that you're able to sell to someone on top of watching their house. And that's going to create way better value and skill for you, as they're going to see more value in giving you the services for the time of watching the house. Also, you have the ability to stack up homes. For example, you can do 3 houses in one day if they're all gone, or if they're on the same block, to actually watch those houses and just go over there, check up on things, make sure that your presence is being known, so that way people stay away from the house, and you can do multiple houses. Versus the other businesses, it might be kind of hard to do multiples because you have to take care of actual individuals and people's pets, so it'll be harder to do 2 in 1. But because these are just physical locations, you are able to check on one house, stay there for a couple minutes, then go to another house and another house on the same day, assuming that the schedules are lined up. Again, you can also do the same thing as with others and have your friends or family members kind of build the business out with you, give them a couple of dollars, and then keep the majority of it. Hey, if you're enjoying this content and you like the businesses so far, share this with a friend that wants to start a business also, and maybe you guys can join together and start one. Tell me the business that you guys want to start in the comments below, and make sure that you follow the Instagram. I'll have content like this and much more on the way. Let's go. Business 4 is editing papers and writing. Now, most of the time, people think that you have to be an expert writer to correct people's writing. Chances are, a lot of the most common mistakes that people make is just because they've been looking at their body of work for a long period of time, so they don't notice that a lot of the mistakes, and sometimes a lot of the ideas and concepts are in their head, and so they mull over the mistakes and know what they're trying to say instead of actually understanding what should be said. And a lot of times you just reading over it a couple times and looking at it, you're able to spot those mistakes a lot differently than some of the people writing can do. But there's a lot of free writing programs and a lot of things online that gives you a head up on actually learning the skill of writing and getting better at it. So don't be afraid of this one, because this one's a great way to make extra money and to create a business around it. Because most of the time people love writing and they don't want to edit, or they have great ideas and they just don't want to write. And that's where you come in. You can create a business model around people either editing their bodies of work or writing their ideas into actual papers or whatever they may need. This is super simple to get connected with the people. There's a lot of writers, there's a lot of people in school. You can do this with either younger students and younger kids if you're not that confident, or if you're very confident and feel more skilled, you can go to higher up authors, book writers, people in college. Wherever your range is, there's somebody that you can help with this business. And everybody is going to be writing at some point or doing some kind of work that they can have reviewed. So my suggestions would be build out a package, a list of pricing that you feel comfortable doing the work for, and schedule out some time to actually go over people's work or help them write and create writings for them. Now, if I were you, I would charge per page. So maybe $1.50, 50 cents, depending on the body of work. Sometimes that can add up, or you can do on an hour basis if you want. So if they have a 16-page book or something that they're writing, you can do per hour that it takes you to finish that work. How would you scale this? There's two different ways I would scale this business model. The first way is by doing more volume. If you're able to crank out and create a system that allows you to do the work faster and be more accurate with it, then obviously you can create more volume and do more papers in a certain amount of time. The second one is by going to higher paying customers. Go to the people that are looking to pay a lot of money to have their kids' work reviewed, or go to the people writing books, established authors, and create a higher tail client so that way you can offer these services too. Those are two ways where you can scale it and make more money. Also, again, if you have a club or something that you want to create so that way you can funnel more people in, you can also do that for free. Have an online space, or create your own environment, an after school program that allows you to go through the students' papers and different things like that and get paid for. All right, 5, this is probably my favorite one, and it has the potential to make probably the most money. And business 5 is event planner. Now listen, don't run away just yet. I know it sounds super crazy and super big, but in reality, you are just helping people plan their events. And most of the time, you are not spending any of your own money. You're using their budget, their times, and you're helping them create a wonderful event. And this can go from anything from birthdays, weddings, reunion parties, whatever you can think of. There's somebody out there that will spend money with you to help you create, and it takes some of the burdens off of their hands. My tip with this one would be is to start reaching out to local venues right now to see who is booking what, and if they need help with anything, or if you can start getting in contact with these people throwing these parties so that we can build a client base. And then from there, you probably want to be really good at planning and really good at scheduling and keeping everything organized so that way you can help these people realize their dream of throwing this a party or this event. Now, that being said, with this one, it is very easy to get parties and events. And obviously, the more knowledgeable you are and the more connected you are, the more you're able to offer more money for it, or the more you're able to get connected and throw bigger events and bigger parties. But one of the ways I would scale this is, like we mentioned before, hiring clients, but then also throwing bigger events. If you begin to work your way up, let's say for instance, you start working at a small outdoor event yard, and then you start working at these huge fancy hotels, you're able to build your clientele base until the people who are paying millions of dollars to have you help them plan this event and get everything ready and get connected with the people. For example, local bakeries in your area. Look for places that are very cheap when it comes to renting. Everyone in any town pretty much has an event space that is out there that you can start connecting with either the owners or the people who run that event space, so that way you can have bigger, better parties. And that's one way where you can scale. Again, too, hire someone if you're not skilled with like keeping everything organized, hire one of your friends that you know that's really good with organizing and stuff like that, and then pay them at the end of each transaction. That way you're not spending any money. And then obviously get someone that you can trust to handle that stuff. And if you're really good at connections, you can do the connections and a meeting and greeting and get the person that's hosting your event comfortable with you. And then you guys can scale from there and go at as much as you want. Now, I'm so grateful that you guys watched, but I have one more bonus one that I think you guys would love. And chances are you're watching it right now. It's YouTube. YouTube is super easy, it's super free, and you have the ability to grow your channel as big as you want and as frequently as you want. The key thing here though is to make sure that you are posting consistently. That's gonna be the key in actually getting your work out there and actually finding a topic that you're passionate about and that you wanna help people with to actually grow your business. So number 6 is YouTube. And I'm telling you guys, give it a try, see if you like it, see if there's something that you wanna do. Comment below what business you like the best in this list and which one are you gonna start. And I would love if you guys also follow the Instagram and tell me what you guys think of some of the content that I'm posting on there. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I will be happy to help you. So as always, let's get to work.